Hey guys, it's Patricia and I'm gonna be your host today. Today we're in Koenji, which is in West Tokyo, only a short train ride away from Shinjuku, but it's got a completely different vibe. It's actually the hub for alternative music and also has lots of different shopping districts, which means lots of bars, restaurants, discount stores, and of course, thrift stores. I'm actually dressed the part right now. I came dressed as like a Koenji gal. So I'm gonna show you around the must-visit places, including different food spots. So with that being said, let's go. The station has a super long shopping street, otherwise known as like a shotengai, which is where we are right now. And they've got so many different types of stores and shops. So right here, for example, there's a little capsule toy store, and then right across from it is a thrift store. So there's lots to see and do, and I feel like you're never bored. When I lived here, I would come here almost every day just because there was always something to do. Like I said before, Koenji is very easy to access from Shinjuku or just central Tokyo. And if you like manga or anime, then Nakano Broadway is right around the corner in the next station. So it's a great place to just come in and out of, and you can spend like a whole day in this area in itself. Here we are at Tempura House. This is a thrift store and it's actually really popular in this local community. I used to live in Koenji and that's when I first found out about this place. But what makes this place stand out is you can see from here that things are being sold for 105 Japanese yen. That is ridiculously cheap, especially for a thrift store. I feel like thrift stores in Japan can get really pricey, but I really want to check this place out to see if they have any hidden treasures. So let's go. So we just came back from looking inside and I realized from the outside it can kind of look a little daunting just with like, it's very, very local. But actually the difference between Tempura House and places in Koenji compared to places in Shimokitazawa for thrift shopping, for example, is it's a lot more vacant, it's a lot more local. So you have the actual time and the space to go and dig for those treasures, which is the most fun part about thrifting, right? So places like this will allow you to maybe find those hidden gems, who knows? So a lot of people, when they think of thrift stores, they think of Shimokitazawa because they do have a lot of thrift stores, but actually little do they know that Koenji has a huge thrift store, thrifting culture as well. But the difference is with Koenji, it's a lot less crowded. So you actually have the time and the space and the luxury to go and take your time to look for cool pieces like this one. Right behind me is Koenji Hikawa Shrine, which is only a 2-minute walk from the station. So it's still amongst all the stores. In fact, there's a thrift store right across from the shrine. So it's very much in the center of the neighborhood. But if you want a little more of like a traditional experience and you want to kind of get away from the hustle and bustle, you can quickly stop by and wish for better weather at this shrine. Oh, that's cool. They've got like an instruction manual of how to pray properly. That's handy. Okay, let's do it. Ready? So you gotta bow, and then you bow again. Clap, clap again, and finally, bow. I'm just reading some of the emmas right now, and almost all of them are making wishes about them wanting to have like sunny weather, whether it be for their birthdays or their weddings. So this temple is actually specialized in, making wishes for the weather. These little ghost-looking things are actually called teruterubozu, and it's what Japanese people make and hang up when it's rainy to hope for a sunny weather. And because it's a weather-wishing shrine, it's very fitting. They actually have a teruterubozu lucky draw omikuji, fortune thing. Not only do they have omikujis like some other temples do, but this one has teruterubozu ones, which is dedicated to weather. So you do have to pay for it, it's 500 yen, but then you can make your own teruterubozu and hang it up. Really cool. just saw that they have jinja de yoga o shio. They have like yoga things. Look at this. Yogi. You can do yoga at a shrine. Koenji has one of the biggest summer festivals called Awa Odori, which happens every single year right here. What makes it special is that, well, number one, it's a big summer festival, but not only that, it has over 1 million people come and watch 12,000 dancers go dance through different streets and alleys over a weekend. So a crazy amount of people, and there's a lot of festival activities happening. You can grab a beer, you can get some street food, some kushiyaki, and it's just a great time overall. In fact, the Awa Odori is so significant that at Koenji Station, the ladies' bathroom has a little shadow of an Awa Odori dancer. So that just goes to show. You know, summers in Japan are completely just dreadful because of the summer heat, but matsuris are what make it worth it. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing a lot of foreign flavors. Okay, so there's PB&J, pumpkin spice latte, and this one was really surprising. Red velvet. I feel like it's so hard to find red velvet here in Japan. They've got a lot of like Halloween flavors too. Okay, I think I'm ready to order. Okay, so we've just got the goods from this place called Monsta Sweets, which you've just seen. And what's really cool about this place is they have a lot of like American or Western flavored cookies and sweets that it's really hard to find in Japan. So for example, the 2 flavors I got, really, really hard to find in Japan. They've also got a lot of other sweets like brownies, scones, milkshakes. But the really cool thing is you have to come on the day to see what they have because it always changes. All right, moment of truth. We gotta see how it tastes. Ooh, okay, so I went with the red velvet, and inside here is the pumpkin spice. Because it's Halloween season, I think that's why they have a lot of pumpkin spice things. I saw that they had a pumpkin spice shake as well, and sometimes they have a scone. But let's start with trying the red velvet. What I'm really curious to know is that in Japan, the sweets are very like not so sugary. So I'm wondering if they're gonna cater this to like the Japanese taste or go full send with the American like sugar bomb. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Wow, I was not expecting that. So at first, I took that first like moist bite and I was like, this is not too sugary. And then boom, the sugar kicked in. So it's kind of like in between. The sugar level is in between Western and Japanese standard, and I love it. As for the texture, super moist. I feel like it's really hard to find moist cookies as well. Definitely my type. Now let's try the pumpkin spice. All right, pumpkin spice latte cookie. Don't know what to expect. Let's give it a try. Wow, this one is a lot sweeter. It's got that same moist texture as the red velvet, but it's a lot saltier, a lot sweeter. This one I think is for the foreigners. It's cool because they've got an outdoor seating area and also a little indoor seating area, but the outdoor seating area kind of leads you to this little alley where you can see the behind of the houses, like the back of these old style Japanese houses. You can't get any more local than this. So the store opens at 12, but you should get here as early as possible because stock does fly. Actually, the last time that I came because I wanted to try, half of their goods were sold out. So come early while you can. We've made it to Antique and Interior Malto. So this is an antique store and they've got a lot of really cool things. Even just looking from the outside, you can see it looks like there's a lot of things. It looks like it's a clutter, but once you walk in, you'll notice everything is super organized. It's crazy because they have so many different things and still it's very organized. So they've got a lot of different like plates and tableware. And I feel like this would be a really good place to buy souvenirs, especially because I'm seeing that some of this is made in Japan, so it's got the quality of a Japanese like craftsmanship. Yeah, if you're looking for something unique to place in your home, remind you of your Japan trip, this might be the place. There are literally cats everywhere, so if you're a cat person, there's lots for you to buy and choose from. So like I mentioned, it's an antique store, so they have a lot of like really pretty little things, but the price is quite affordable. So this right here, I expected it to be super expensive, but it's only 3,800 yen for this little china. So if you like exploring new areas and trying new foods, there's plenty more that Koenji has to offer. And it couldn't be easier to book and search different things up thanks to our sponsor of this section of the video, Klook. Interested in getting involved in an awa odori experience? Or how about a foodie tour through the streets of Tokyo? Klook has you covered. Booking things in Japan can normally be quite difficult, but you'll be able to browse through activities all across Japan in your home language and easily use your international credit card to book those memorable moments you're looking for. There's a lot to do around Koenji, and Klook even gives the chance to see how anime is made with a visit to an anime studio. If you're a subculture fan or otaku yourself, there's a tour for you too. Klook also has regular flash sales and seasonal discounts, so it's a good idea to keep an eye out for those on their website. So check out the link in the description to start booking and planning straight from your phone or PC. So right behind me is a place called Tensuke, which is a very popular tempura place here in Koenji. And the reason why it got all this buzz is because it was going viral on Japanese social media, which is actually where I found it. So we actually didn't make it in time to go today because it's just so popular, and there's a line that you can't see right here, but there's a line back there. And the reason why it's so popular is because the staff members will actually do like a short kabuki performance, and they'll throw eggs around the kitchen to make your tempura dish. And it's just a really exciting, interesting little experience. So if you're in the Koenji area, definitely check this place out. It looks like they're only open from 12 to 2 on weekdays and 12 to 3 on weekends, which is crazy. They only operate during lunchtime and they're able to get like business. What? We were just walking around and we came across a yo-yo store. It literally has a whole wall of different yo-yos and some kendamas. So I'm trying to get this thing to work, but I'm not very good. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Anyways, they've got a lot of cool yo-yos in this place. When was the last time you saw a yo-yo store? Yeah, I love the vibe of this type of store. You just sit on the outside on these like crated tables. Oh, it says 0 yen gyoza. So I actually found this through another viral Japanese social media account. And I was like, there's no way. And then I came, and it was actually 0 yen. All you have to do is buy a drink. So the way the system works is every time you order a drink, you get 5 gyozas. And the more drinks you order, the more free gyozas you get. Because of the popularity, they actually implemented a seating charge, which is 200 yen, but that's still nothing compared to like how much free gyozas you're getting in other places you'll find. So I've been here before, and these gyozas are bigger than I remember. So I feel like we got a really good deal for our money's worth. So we got our beer, we got our gyozas, let's dig in. I have something called nekojita, which is basically translates to cat's tongue, and I'm really bad with hot foods, so I'm a little scared, but it's really hot. Let's try. Ouch.
You can wait, it's fine. I don't know why you're doing this.
Oh, it's so good. It's actually quality gyoza. I've been to izakayas where they have like really small gyozas and it's kind of just like, there's barely any stuffing, but this is like a quality gyoza. I don't know, but we each get 5 because we ordered 2 drinks. Great deal. Please save this on your Google Maps. It's kind of stinky. I don't usually find the smell of natto stinky, but this has quite some stink to it. It's still quite nice. It's very fluffy. It's not as slimy as I was expecting, to be honest. Kind of tastes like a stinky okonomiyaki, but I still kind of like it in a weird way. We just finished eating at this gyoza place. It was delicious. We had a bunch of gyoza and we also ordered a natto okonomiyaki. This one was really actually unique. I don't think you can find this in any other place, but it was really stinky as you can imagine, but not slimy and surprisingly weirdly good. Like, I'm like, should I be admitting to this? But yeah, it was really good despite how stinky it was. So if you want something to try that's a little bit unique, then you can also come here for that. All right, guys, we visited so many different parts of Koenji. We went to all like the funky hipster areas as well as this kind of like old school style. But if you want that local vibe without being like kind of in the dead center of the city and you want something kind of lively but low key, then this is definitely a place that you have to add to your go-to list, must-go list. Let us know which one of these places was your favorite or something that you wanted to go or see. And I'm gonna head back to the station now, so I'll catch you in the next one. See you guys.